watch till the end to see how I bake this beautiful mackerel. Okay? Hello everyone and welcome to Doritos Corner. In this video I'll be sharing with you how I bake, or it's bake or fry, but this one is going to be baked in the oven, so it can be grilled as well. So it came in frozen, so I had it set in the water for a little bit. But if your fish is already thawed out and it's not frozen, you can skip this part. So at this time I'm draining out the water, and this is mackerel. You can use salmon, you can use any fish of your choice, but I'm using mackerel. So I begin by prepping the fish. So this is very, very simple, and all you have to do is just take the guts out. Very, very simple. Take this out. You don't have to worry about the rest. Once you cut it up, it will be easy for it to come out. So I'm going to do the same thing with all of the fish. Some of the fish already comes in prepped. Like if you buy them fresh from like a fish store, they can prep it for you. They can take all the guts out, so that will make your job very easy. But this one comes in frozen and it wasn't prepped, so I had to do it myself. It's always good to know how to prep your fish. That way when you need to do something urgently for a guest or for the house, you don't really have to worry about going all the way to the fresh fish store. You can just grab a frozen fish anywhere you are, and then you're good to go. So I took out the guts out. And I'll cut the fish. You can cut them in any size of your choice. But this is the size I'm going for. I'm going to cut them in 3. So this is what I was talking about. It's easy. Once you cut the fish, it's easy to get the guts out. So you see how easy it is. And then this side too, easy. You can get it out. So I'm going to do the same thing with this part also. I'll cut the tail. You can also leave the tail out, but this part same way. So this one looks bigger than the other one, so this one I'm going to cut them in 4 sections. And I'm going to do the same thing. Same thing. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one too. Have them in 3 sections. You can do them in 4 sections, 5 sections, even if it is a smaller section. It's totally up to you. So I'm going to rinse my fish. to wash my fish with vinegar. Just a little bit of vinegar. I'm just going to let it sit for a few seconds. And the vinegar helps the smell to come out. Because the fish has a little, like, kind of some slimy smell to it. So once I have it sitting for a little bit, so that's it. You don't need to do any extra thing anymore. I'll just go ahead and add my salt to taste. So I add a generous amount of salt, not too much salt, about 2 tablespoons of salt. And then I have my all-purpose seasoning here. He has celery seed, he has garlic powder, ginger powder also here. I'm also going to add that to it. That's about 2 tablespoons also. And then what I add next is the crushed pepper. It doesn't matter, but I want some kind of heat to my fish, so I added some crushed pepper to it. And then I added extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin oil. I added a little bit of it, just like 2 tablespoons, but you can do without the oil. The reason why I add the oil is that it helps it from burning when it goes in the oven. It makes it dry and it doesn't burn, even though it takes out the extra oil that is in. Some of the fish already comes in very oily, but this one doesn't. That is why I'm adding the oil. So you don't want it greasy, you can take that out, you can make it optional. So the last thing that I add to it, it's my parsley flakes. Parsley flakes gives it some flavor. Once it goes in the oven, you are good to go. So I added some parsley flakes to it. And it's going to go in the oven. So it's going to go in the oven for an hour or 2, or better still, you can do it the night before to make it so that it can marinate it nicely, and it's going to come out perfectly tasting really, really delicious. So at this time, I'm going to put an aluminum foil or cling film over it, and I'm going to put it in the oven for an hour or 2. And then after that, I'll come back and put it in the oven. So this is my tray, my cooling rag I'm going to use to bake my fish. So to prevent a lot of mess, I'm going to line it up with aluminum foil. That way, if there's any grease coming out or any mess, all I have to do is roll it in the trash. So this is what I do. And I just set it on. Meanwhile, I have my oven already on, preheating. So, and this is my fish coming out of the fridge. So I'm just going to line it up nicely in order, just like it is. So since I cut them in 3, and then the other one in 4 sections, I'm going to line them up just like that, so that Then you can cook gently.
Oh my God!
So
he hit you with the heavy, bro. That's only one hand.
this,
okay, there you go. That's two hands. That's two hands.
so it's gonna go in the oven and then 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and once it's heated, I put it in the oven and I let it cook for at least an hour and 30 minutes. So I'll put it in and let it cook. Alright. So this is my fish looking pretty good, and this stayed in for an hour and 30 minutes and it's basically done. But if you want it more drier, but this is pretty dry, it's perfect for stew, soup, or any kind of dish you want to use it for. It is perfect for it. But if you want it more dry, you can bake it in there for additional 30 minutes, making it 2 hours. But 1 hour 30 minutes is the perfect amount of time that it needs to be in the oven. So one tip also, I put this lime in here, lime, and put some water in it and then let it sit in the oven, because it attracts all the smell, so that the house will not be so fishy around and everywhere smelling fish odor everywhere. So I put this in there to trap the smell, so even if you walk into this house right now, it doesn't smell like I just baked fish. Okay, so this is just a tip for you. So it just stays in while the fish also cook. So that's basically, that is it. My fish mackerel is done and completely. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and bye for now. God bless you. Bye.